world before the end of the month. Well, let's stay with that story. Gavin Yamey is the Professor of Global Health and Public Policy at Duke University and joins me now from North Carolina. Good to have you with us. What do you make of this decision? Is it enough from the US or would you like to see them go even further?
Well, it's a very good start, isn't it? I mean, COVAX, the global sharing mechanism, has only distributed about 76 million doses so far to low-income and lower-middle-income countries. So this 19 million doses donation from President Biden is a good first step. It's churlish to complain, right? On the other hand, it's not commensurate with the size of the problem and the need. It's like putting a really tiny Band-Aid on a giant, gaping, bleeding wound. We really are going to need 11 billion doses in order to vaccinate 70% of the world. That's a proportion that many scientists think would allow us to reach vaccine herd immunity. So it's an important step, a small one, and let's not forget that the reason that COVAX has so few doses is that nations like the US, like the UK, like Israel, New Zealand, Canada, they hoarded doses, they cleared the shelves, and there were none left from COVAX. So you've got a hoarding nation like the US finally donating some doses, kind of a few crumbs from a rich person's table, if you like.
In which case, how do you then make those vast numbers of doses available? Is it waiving the intellectual property rights? Is it making manufacturing processes and helping poorer countries set up their own production methods to make their own vaccines?
It's an all-of-the-above approach. Look, right now, rich countries are sitting on somewhere between, our research suggests, 200 and 300 million doses, sitting in fridges, unused, not needed, ready to go. Those should be shots in arms in lower middle countries now. Secondly, rich countries have bought an additional 1.5 billion doses, advanced purchases that they don't need. They need to free up those doses. They're not made yet, but they will be soon, and give those to COVAX. And lastly, your point, absolutely, we need what's been called a people's vaccine. We have to make sure that low and middle income countries are empowered to make vaccine doses themselves. No more trickle-down manufacturing where a few doses might make it down from the global north to the global south. Waive the patent, transfer technology, and a massive push on globalized manufacturing. That's not going to make doses tomorrow. Obviously, I'm not naive enough to think that will make doses tomorrow, but it could in 4 or 5 or 6 months' time. And there are manufacturers in places like Thailand, Bangladesh, Egypt, Hungary, ready to go. Give them the IP, transfer the technology, support them to manufacture doses. This pandemic will be with us for years to come. We have to globalize manufacturing.
OK, Professor Gavin Yamey, you speak very passionately about it. Thank you very much for joining us from Duke University, North Carolina. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.